Everybody knows him as the runner back of the Buffalo Bills. Some call him a loving husband, a great father, an honorable athlete. People often consider that happiness lasts forever. A famous man even once said, "All good things must come to an end." Unfortunately, when someone gets accused of committing two murders on the account of known victims, happiness is not a word everyone would agree with in the English dictionary. America knows him as O.J. Simpson. You all are about to witness the people versus O.J. Simpson. On June 12, 1994, O.J. Simpson was falsely accused for the accounts of murder of his ex-wife Nicole Brown and her friend and restaurant waiter Ron Goldman. Critics are raving on whether or not O.J. committed the murders or he didn't. Simpson argued that he didn't commit the murders and that he was at his own estate the time the murders took place. Even on June 17, 1994, he wrote a letter to the media, and I quote, "First, everyone understood I had nothing to do with Nicole's murder. Don't feel sorry for me. I had a great life, made great friends. Please think of the real and not the lost person." The prosecution pleaded him guilty. They argued that Simpson drove to Nicole Brown's house on the evening of June 12, 1994, with an intention to kill her. They hypothesized that she was getting her children ready for bed, and she was getting ready herself. She must have heard a knock at the front door of her house, or heard a noise outside. Simpson grabbed her before she could scream and attacked her with a knife. To aid their impending argument, evidence was used to prove Simpson's guilt, including a DNA analysis of blood discovered on Simpson's socks, discovered in his bedroom, which was identified as brown socks. Defense medical expert Dr. Henry Lee testified that the only way such a pattern could occur was if Simpson had a hole in his ankle or a drop of blood was placed on the sock while it was not being worn. To dig even further into their investigation, tiny strands of hair fibers that came from Simpson were found on Goldman's shirt. The most common piece of evidence used was the glove, used to kill Brown and Goldman. The left-hand glove found at Brown's home and the right-hand glove found at Simpson's home proved to be a match. The DNA analysis of blood on the left-hand glove showed a mixture of Simpson's, Brown's, and Goldman's blood all together. Much of the incriminating evidence was discovered by Los Angeles Police Department Mark Furman, who pleaded the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. On June 15, 1995, defense attorney Johnny Cochran goaded assistant prosecutor into asking Simpson to put on the leather glove that was found at the crime scene. The glove seemed rather tight for Simpson to fit easily, coming up with the phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." The prosecution even hypothesized that the blood had caused the glove to shrink down in size due to the soakage. After a long, exhausting, and excruciating trial, which lasted from January 24th, 1995 to October 3rd, 1995, the verdict declared O.J. Simpson not guilty of the murders on both accounts. Supreme Court justices were moved, and not only would you not be here, but I wouldn't be here either, quoted a Supreme Court justice. Critics were mostly glad it was all over, but yet there was still suspicion. In post-trial interviews, a few of the jurors believed that Simpson probably did commit the murders, but that the prosecution had failed to present the evidence. This led to Johnny Cochran writing and publishing a book titled Journey to Justice in 1996, which depicts his involvement in the case. This later inspired Deputy District Attorney Vincent Bugliosi to write a book titled Outrage: The 5 Reasons Why O.J. Simpson Got Away with Murder, 1 year after Johnny Cochran wrote his book. This eventually paved the way for O.J. Simpson to write a book on his own experience called If I Did It: Confessions of the Killer. As noticed on the front cover, the word if was stylized to appear smaller than the phrase I did it, looking as if it was read I did it: Confessions of the Killer. This led to more confusion in the media, further digging through even more evidence. Life is different today because it moved the way of innocent until proven guilty. It also impacted the key phrase, plead the fifth. This dealt with the act of self-incrimination, exposing oneself to an accusation of a charged crime. To sum this all up, I believe that the Supreme Court system did not make the right decision because there's a lot more to OJ than we all think. Where's the evidence that wasn't presented in the trial? We don't know. The media doesn't know. Americans don't know to this very day. We have to dig deeper. This man is still running rampant. So I believe that the Supreme Court is missing out on some important things that we all need to know. Now, if it were up to someone's opinion or the matter of their conscience, I would say lock them up and throw away the key. Because some people don't realize how happiness brings them far in life. So what do you all believe? Did he do it? Did he commit the murders? Was he responsible for the death of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman? It's your call. My name is Corey Davis, and I have brought to you this message of the people versus O.J. Simpson.